Thank you for joining us. This is Trinity Squad Gaming, and we are your hosts, DJ.
And Dan, and this is the top 8 from Outflank Games Store Championships. On the left, we've got Kevin Parker flying Bumps for Hire at 100 points. He's got Contracted Scout with a Tawny Mindlink, Proton Torpedo, Extra Munitions, Boba Fett, R4 Agromech, Rigged Cargo Chute, and Guidance Ships, clocking in at 36 points. Followed up by Contracted Scouts at 34 points. With a Tawny Mindlink, Plasma Torpedoes, Extra Munitions, R4 Agromech, Rigged Cargo Chute, and Guidance Ships. And last but not least, the 30-point Scout or Bump Master with a Tawny Mindlink, Intel Agent, Feedback Array, and Tactical Jammer.
And on the right, we have Jeremy Williams flying Quick Kylo at 99 points with Quick Draw at PS9 with Expertise, Fire Control Systems, Homing Missiles, Sensor Cluster, Spec Ops Training, and Low Weight Frame. Kylo Ren at 55 points in the Upsilon Shuttle, Pilot Skill 6, with Marksmanship, Fire Control Systems, Rebel Captive, Gunner, Pattern Analyzer, Kylo Ren Shuttle, and Engine Upgrade.
That's a lot of upgrades for those two ships. What sticks out for you on that list?
A couple things. One is Expertise and Marksmanship. This is a person who likes to have focus on attacking. Expertise with Fire Control System on Quick Draw means that each of your attacks are going to be modded with both a target lock and a focus. Also getting the target lock helps with Homing Missile, and you can spend your focus on defense with Sensor Cluster on Quick Draw, all of which seems like an amazing package. Kylo Ren, on the other hand, Marksmanship mods both of your attacks if you take the action, meaning that Marksmanship and Gunner interact very favorably, along with Fire Control System. Once again, focus and target lock on both attacks.
Yep, and the Marksmanship gives you that one crit for Kylo, which turns himself on, which is also really good.
Also, Rebel Captive along with Kylo Ren Shuttle means you're getting a lot of stress control out in this list.
A lot of stress control, there's a lot of things going on, a lot of really heavy ships.
Yeah.
But if there's any list that can basically just negate a whole part of your list, that's the Jump Masters.
Mm-hmm.
If Kevin can get a good target lock off on Quick Draw, just torp him a couple times, he can just be removed from the game.
Yeah.
And that's 44 points. So that's a kind of big, that's a huge amount of points to be losing in one shot.
Jeremy's list is very offensive.
Mm-hmm.
Almost all of his upgrades deal with offense, and very few of them with defense. Basically, lightweight frame.
Yeah, and then Kevin has decided to, rather than running the Fen, he's running the Bump Master,
Mm-hmm.
which is, it's up to your playstyle. I like the offense that either a third Scout or Fen give for this list. It just gives you that, closing power.
You mean a third Torpedo Scout?
Yeah, third Torpedo versus Bump Master, but or Fen, because that gives, like I said, gives you the closing power, but if Kevin can do some good predicting, he can really cause a lot of trouble for these ships with the Bump Master.
So it looks like we're getting close to our first engagement, and I really like Jeremy's positioning here.
Oh yeah, I think his Kylo was just out of range for the torpedoes before it moved, and then it moved in, and now it's got at least a range 2 shot on both of his ships, and we got him using his homing missile on that first shot right on the Bump Master.
Yep.
So.
And Homing Missile, famously not spending a target lock.
Yep.
He's going to have a target lock and Expertise getting his target lock and focus on the first shot.
Oof. So 2 hits, 2 crits. That's a lot of pain. Oh jeez. Well, shield's down. That's
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, that's not really where you want to be with the Scouts. I mean,
Shield's down. One more shot to go.
Yeah. I mean,
Scouts are famously durable.
Yeah, they've got the 2 agility. He's got a focus, so I mean, as long as he's rolled some pain on this next roll. Also Marksmanship. There we go. Gets that crit, and
that's a blank.
Nothing.
So these Contracted Scouts are going to take at least 4 damage,
or a direct hit as well. So that was a first round of combat with just a Upsilon and a SF doing 9 damage.
You know what I think this is?
What's that, DJ?
Proof that Scouts are balanced.
Scouts are totally balanced because they can just die in one turn.
Yep.
No need to change them at all. They're great.
Yep.
I don't know what everyone's talking about. They're amazing. They're perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Super balanced. Anyways, that was 30 points that Kevin lost in the opening engagement.
Hey, this is the non-torpedo 30 points.
That's true.
Just bumping. And bumping doesn't seem that as effective against a ship that can stop and a ship that has expertise.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Yeah.
But the kind of the Bump Master, I think, is there to not only bump, but also to turn on the torpedoes, right, of the other 2. If he gets up there and Jeremy doesn't see it, bumps, that means his torpedoes are on.
So it's a focus battery, basically?
It's kind of a focus battery. Also, get up in there and still feedback array, do a little bit of annoyance. Also, the tack jammer is a nice little tech. He's got the
Yep.
extra defense, but now he just can't use it anymore because it's just kind of been erased.
Yep. Wish we could bring you all the analysis of Tactical Jammer, but you'll have to fly us list and come to one of our shows, and we will film you.
Yeah.
And then comment on you.
As long as you don't lose it in the first round.
Yep.
But you really can't say, I mean, this was a fairly standard approach from both sides, and just DICE, where this was one of those moments that just
DICE, and I think the distancing from Jeremy was very good. I think being a higher pilot skill, and he did manage his distance well for not getting target locked while coming in, but having a good attack.
Yeah. Yeah, if Kevin was just a little more aggressive, maybe doing the 3 slights rather than the 2s and the 1s, he might have been able to really put some pressure on Kylo at least with a couple torpedoes.
So what does Kevin? What does he have to do now to come back?
I think he has to kill Kylo and or get Quickdraw shields down on Quickdraw without being able to be shot back. Like, if he's able to do either one of those things, I think he can come back in this game fairly easy.
Okay.
And so we see him, because of the Rebel Captive, he had to do green maneuvers, which also is really, really a pain for this list to deal with.
Yep, and Rebel Captive with a Tawny means all your opponent's ships get stressed whenever they shoot a Kylo.
Yep, so it turns, normally like, back before Atani days, the Rebel Captive just made one of your opponent's ships predictable. Now, with Atani, especially with the triple scout version, all of their scouts are predictable. And that just sunk in. No bump there for Quickdraw.
Well done. Bravo, sir.
Well done,
Bravo.
yep. And he stopped with Kylo, so Kylo no bump, Quickdraw no bump.
And stopping with Kylo and probably still get some marksmanship. Or whatever other action he wants.
Yep. And Contracted Scout number 1 has the blinded pilot from Kylo last turn, so he's going to put some pressure over there. Ooh, that's a crit already in.
Yep.
Even if he doesn't spend it, so that Scout's not shooting this turn.
So
go ahead and expertise.
Yep.
Yeah, expertise. 2 evades.
Takes a crit, and it's Kylo, so...
Blinded straight through. Yeah. So I do agree that that's a little bonkers. But it doesn't matter. Oh, cool! You got a crit onto your shields now. No, you're blinded now. Like that's so devastating in some of these games.
And he's kind of getting it for free because I really think Jeremy was running Kylo just for the APT slot on Epsilon.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Expertise is really good on that. Sorry, marksmanship. Well, kind of, right? Like if it was any other pilot ability, why would he be using marksmanship if it weren't for Kylo? Like, yes, it's good, but why not just expertise? It's still just a focus every turn. But because he has
the crit. Okay, so the crit with the Kylo pilot ability that makes.
Yeah, I think that is a really, really spicy interaction that I've not seen before.
I really like the gunner, but marksmanship is 1 less point, and he is at 99 points. So I guess you could bring it to expertise if it was any other pilot ability.
Yeah. But then this also gives you
any other pilot ability.
What's that?
Can we get an Epsilon with any other pilot ability then? And an APT slot? That's my dream. FFG for Christmas.
Epsilon 2.0 already. No, I don't think it needs one. I think Stridon is already good enough without the EVT.
Yeah.
And then Dormant.
I'm not asking for the EPTs to be moved onto other ships. I just want new Epsilon pilots.
So just make a contracted scout, but for Epsilons.
I want a unique, but I'll take that.
I'll take a non-unique with an EVT and 4 attack dice. Oh yeah.
Contracted Death Pigeon pilot.
Yeah. So what is that? Would be like 33 points. I think a 33-point Epsilon would be fine.
Okay.
Totally balanced. Totally the same power level as the Imperial version of the Fire Spray at 33 points with a 2 attack. But the that one has 2 arcs. So you just get rid of an arc and get a red die? I think that's fair.
So if you, unlike us, are actually watching this game, there were some shots exchanged, some shields taken off.
Yep.
They were at relatively close range, and now they're about to get even closer.
Yep. So number 1, green maneuver, bumps into Kylo.
So I'm not sure I like that maneuver, because I want to actually get shots on Kylo with both my ships. I feel like that's how I actually get a chance to come back into this game.
But this also means that you don't get shot by Kylo with
Assuming
that ship.
that you can get your ships out of range of Kylo. If Kylo's getting off a shot at all.
This looks pretty good. That arc, yeah, it looks pretty good. And then here you get to stress out Quickdraw with the rig cargo chute. And I think that's what he's thinking about.
How good is that, though? What are the odds that Quickdraw just did a green maneuver right now?
If he would have remembered it, then maybe he did do a green maneuver, but still, like...
And Quickdraw could just attack you if he takes the shield off.
I'd take that. I would take that one attack, I guess. Because this is number 2 is completely full, so he can afford taking the damage. You know what I mean?
I think Kevin's going to need every point of health this game.
It's true.
But yeah.
But if you don't take the shields off now, when are you going to take them off, right? Like,
all at once when you're out of arc.
So the dream.
Yep.
The dream.
Always
okay.
the dream.
Yeah. I mean, this is going to be a huge uphill battle. Losing a third of your list in one shot, or 30 points of your list in one round, before it can even do anything, that is a huge detriment. That's like saying, oh, you have a palp shuttle? No, you don't.
Yep.
But maybe different power levels there.
Gotta love these rigged cargo chutes that don't detonate and you have to stick them underneath other ships.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yep, gets the stress.
Yep. Rolls. Okay, so he's gonna have to move to the rigged cargo shields.
Yep, so he's gonna, so even if he does the green, he's still stressed.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get expertise, so that's good.
Yep.
Also, can't get a sensor cluster, so that's also good.
Yep.
But then that means he's also most likely won't. I wouldn't shoot him.
Yeah, because so it'd be
Yeah.
stressed. Get 1 token for debris from number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Be ranged 1 of number 1.
And it looks like he revealed a red maneuver. He revealed that 3 sloop. So
Whoa.
forced to do a 2 straight white through the debris, gets the second stress.
Okay, now I'm glad he did a red maneuver. That's a
because I mean,
great.
if the cargo chute wasn't there, then the 3 sloop would actually be really good here.
Yeah, no,
It would be really good. Then you have the quick draw chasing the scouts, which you're chasing the scouts, but he's not gonna be shooting you anyways. And then Kylo comes back around the rocks and just puts the pressure, like you pincer him.
This is why Kevin's playing the top 8 and I'm off on the side.
Yeah, watching Jocelyn and I fight each other to the death.
Yep. The
Yep.
secret feature match of this.
The secret feature match. Yeah,
Yep.
it was a good one. So quick draw does the rear fire,
Mm-hmm.
plinks a shield off of number 1,
Yep.
and then gets the target lock.
Mm-hmm.
So now if number 1 decides to shoot quick draw gets the target lock, and at least gets some mods.
If you mean if he takes the shield off a quick draw?
Yeah, if Kevin decides to shoot anybody, it would be quick draw.
Yeah.
And then if the damage goes through, then it's actually a detriment for Kevin at this point.
Looks like number 2 is shooting the Epsilon. No.
Yeah, Kylo. Number 2 is shooting
Yeah,
Kylo.
2 shooting Kylo, getting the rebel captive, getting stress,
Mm-hmm.
and looks like
Yeah.
a couple damage gets
2
going
damage,
through.
shield hit, so down under half. So that's like 20-something points. He only had to trade a whole jump master and half of another one.
Yep, for
28 points.
27?
27.
Yeah, because rounding.
27, yep.
Round down.
Math.
Mm-hmm.
I play this game for geometry, not math. Wait, what?
Geometry is math, Dan.
Yes, DJ.
Welcome to the Matrix.
That was the point.
We miss you, Dan, in the Matrix.
Please no.
Yep. So.
Yep, 1 straight. Get rid of the stress. Get a focus action.
As opposed to, I'm curious about that versus just bumping Kylo again and sitting there.
That's fair. Well, you bump Kylo. Kylo can easily do the 3 hard and then pattern analyzer a boost to get away.
Okay, but then Kylo's not shooting you and you're still doing a turret shot on a low agility ship.
That's fair.
And a Tani means you don't have so number 1 could bump and number 2 could still provide the focus.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then number 2 1 slights.
Yep.
Oh, I think so. When I was editing this video, he said he did this wrong, and I was wondering why. And it makes sense now. I think he wants to double focus on number 1, so he should have moved number 2 first.
Because number 1's damage, so you want to focus on offense.
You want the offense and defense
or
focus,
just double defense, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
But Quickdraw's so far down there, he's probably going to do a 2 or 3 straight, just to try to get around that debris as quickly as possible.
Yep.
And the Upsilon. Oh, the 2 hard actually goes through the 1. Yeah, the 2 hard just flies around the bump again anyways, so.
Yeah, but then you'd be at range 1 getting a shot on the back of a ship that's low agility.
But it boosts, so range 2. Because
Yeah.
big ship boost.
Yeah, but still probably a damage.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But you can also shoot from here.
Yep.
Just get the 1
And then you'd
more
also be
advantage.
behind more. Then you'd also be behind closer. Because here the 1 hard probably goes over the rock, and the 2 hard too.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So if he had stayed in the same place instead of doing the 1 straight with number 1, he can then 1 hard and go up towards the top of the map. It looks like there's a rock that the 2 hard on the Upsilon would get in the way of. There's a whole path that could.
Well, the Upsilon just 1 slight here, I think would be the best. But anyways, we have Quick Draw taking that range 3 shot on number 1.
Yep.
Woo!
2 dice.
Fire.
And
spend the focus. Yeah, because you don't want to take any damage if you can avoid it.
And gunner's on the wrong ship.
Why doesn't the SF have a gunner or a crew slot?
I think the flavor reason is supposed to be the back arc is a second person. Shooting backwards.
Okay.
So, if you're into movie lore, spoiler alert for episode 7.
Spoiler alert for the movie that came out almost 2 years ago?
Yep.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. I think Finn is supposed to be the back arc.
Got it.
In that scene.
Got it. And then... Oh! Jeremy decides not to shoot so he doesn't get rebel captived.
Interesting.
So he can just do white maneuvers. But I think green maneuvers are just better here on both...
Well, not just better.
Well, compared to the white maneuvers...
I mean, they're better than, I guess, that maneuver, probably.
Takes a shield on number 2.
Yep.
And here they check to see if that works with Kylo, but Kylo is just an attack, so...
Yep.
Just a shield.
Otherwise,
that would be mean.
I mean, Vader would also work there.
Yeah.
If there's a window where a rock getting a crit on you, it probably also would work where so Vader works with you. And as much as that flavor would be awesome. And now he gets bumped onto the rock by his own ship.
Yep. But honestly, okay, so both of Jeremy's ships are kind of out of position to capitalize on this. So if any turn to land both of your ships on one rock, this would be the turn.
Right.
Right? Like, sure, this is what, round 6 of the day? Yeah, it was 5 cut to 4.
Yep.
So this is round 6, 5 cut to 3, top 8. So this is round 6, so
yeah.
After going, I think...
Absolutely,
yeah, I think
you are allowed to take excuses after 6 rounds of X-Wing. It is a...
Yeah. I think Kevin only lost one game before this.
I believe so.
Throughout the whole day, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it was the last round when it was cut to top 8 anyway.
Right, the one that you've already watched,
if
you've been watching all our videos.
Yep.
But yeah, so I mean, he was just making excuses, whatever, but it's still it's fine. I think he's fine here. And if anything, he's got a fairly open positioning to actually try to hit Kylo next turn.
Even without this specific positioning on or off the rock, you like this position of the 2 facing towards Kylo. Because Kylo does it too hard and then sort of has to an arc again.
Right, but then I also have him on arc. So I could easily do a 1 or 2 straight with number 2, and then a 2 hard with number 1, get them both focused. They already have the locks on Kylo, then I just torp him with both ships, or torp him with one at least, try to kill him, and then use the primary on the other, and maybe trade a couple shields, because number 1 is going to be farther behind.
That's really risky with number 2, because he's Kylo for blinded pilot at the moment.
That's true. Oh man, this is perfectly lined up for Jeremy. That is brutal. But who knows? Maybe he won't roll any focuses. He might not roll a focus result, so he won't be able to marksmanship.
Yeah, he'll just roll the natural crits.
Easy. This game is hella easy if you just roll well.
Or maybe just arc dodges. Does a 3 slide boost.
Oh. Well, 3 slide boost, then you're kind of hanging out with the edge of the board. Then you get stuck in the corner, and that's really easy to capitalize on based on what Kevin does this turn. If Kevin does the 2 straight.
I'm just waiting for the Talon roll for a big ship Talon roll. Just saying.
I'm not. I don't want that. Well, it might be cute.
Yeah.
So he decides to... Okay, he decides to get the double focus on number 2 again, rather than bringing both... I think he should have brought both guns around. Even if, yes, it's risky, but then at least you still get 1 torpedo off.
And also, number 2 is the one with the condition, so, as we were saying earlier, if he just gets blinded on number 2, then all of this is for naught.
Yeah.
Number 1's out of position.
Yep. So, yeah, I think if he would have he could have easily brought number 1 in with a 1 hard or a 2 hard here. No, it would have been the 2 hard.
Yep. And that's his marksmanship token.
Yeah.
It's made with good craftsmanship.
What?
To go along with the marksmanship.
Over the head.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to think of what... So if Kevin did a 2 hard and barrel roll... Okay, 2 hard barrel roll. So kind of get between the middle, the rock straight in the middle, and the rock that's right behind number 1.
I think that Kevin's number 1 ship... You're talking about Kevin's number 1 ship doing a 2 hard barrel roll.
2 hard barrel roll.
I think that might have rocked as it went over to the left. But I'm not 100% sure.
2 hard? From number 1?
It's possible.
Oh, you mean the one at 2 and 2.
Yeah, I think he'd be in a position where he might be able to fire a torpedo, but I don't think he had an action. With the turn.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Well, no, he didn't roll... Oh, okay. Well, he didn't roll for the 2 straight, so...
Well, anyway...
I think it's straight around. But
Jeremy firing his, primary attack homing missile.
Primary attack homing... Yeah, kind of. Except
Well, Fen has a primary attack proton rocket. This is a primary attack homing missile.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was just in range 2.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin spends one of his focus and turns on Gunner.
Oh,
that was
suspect.
a mistake. And he also gets the FCS.
Focus, spends the target lock, marksmanship.
Hit, crit. One evade, so shield.
This is number, that's
Shield,
number 2.
shield, blinded. Yeah, shield, blinded.
Yep.
And now number 2 just doesn't have a shot again.
And we're kind of at the position we predicted we would be at.
Yep. But see, if number 1 was in a position to get a torp off, then at least he's...
I'm not sure that positioning actually works out, looking at it more.
I think it did.
Well...
I think it did.
Okay, so all of you at home, go set up the map for us, and take a video of you doing that turn correctly and getting a...
But everything has to be exactly positioned here, based, exactly in this position, so it's going to be really...
I have a lot of faith in our fans.
Really easy to do.
Yeah.
But I think it makes it. I think it makes it.
Alright.
Because he was there too hard. Oh, yeah, it might bump that 2 and 2
Leave
rock.
your opinions on whether or not this works in the comments.
It might bump that 2 and 2 rock. Mm.
Yeah. That 2 and 2 rock position is really brutal to turn through and have your base land in the middle.
Yeah.
If your template travels through it, it's kind of great, but turning and trying to land in between 2 rocks so they're range 1-ish of each other is really hard.
Very hard. Ooh, but the number 2 arc dodge is Kylo.
Yep.
That's good. Preemptive arc dodge. But then here comes quick draw coming in.
Yep.
2 straight. Gets expertise. Probably focus just for the sensor cluster in case you need it.
I mean, why not? It's almost free here.
Yeah.
Unless you want to reposition, but I don't know where you position yourself.
No, or you don't have a target lock on you, so you don't worry about torpedo.
Yep.
That is the plasma scout too. So if he does hit it for 2, then it's all shields down, which is nice.
As it is, evades, everything's good,
Mm-hmm.
and out of range for between 1 and Kylo.
Yep. So number 2 is gonna get that rebel captive going.
Mm-hmm. This rebel captive feel like it's been really good all game.
Oh yeah. But I think that's because of, so our normal argument is that stress really doesn't matter to a Tawny list. I think there's one caveat to that. The fact that all 3 of these ships are the same ship.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you had like Fen, a scout, and something else with a Tawny, like, Paratawny. Asajj and Fen. If you had 3 different ships, all with different green maneuvers, then they can cover each other's bases. But when you have all of your ships doing the same green maneuvers, and they don't even have unhinged, so they can't turn to the other way.
The old builds used to have unhinged on some of these ships, and also all the 3s on Asajj being green is really good. All the 2s on Fen being green is really good.
So I think Rebel Captive is really strong.
Against
The triple scout list is the one list that's susceptible to stress. I think.
Yep. And all these new sick lists that use a Tawny are probably also susceptible to it because they don't have a green turn.
Fair.
So if you're using a Tawny with a sick, watch out for Rebel Captive.
Mm-hmm. Unless you've got like Fen or something in your list, then you don't care anyways.
Well,
because Fen just kills him. Fen just gets in there and kills him. That's all Fen does.
Well, it depends on the ship.
Sure.
I mean, 5 dice against Fen. 5 dice matching 5 dice. I'll take Fen for a couple damage versus probably 5 on Kylo.
But then Gunner. And
no, I'm saying that I think that Fen will on average take a couple damage from a 5 dice primer from Kylo with marksmanship and target lock.
Yeah.
Even especially if the first shot mixes with Gunner, so you strip a focus and then you're shooting a second shot.
What about Gunner Hotshot Copilot instead of Rebel Captive? Nah.
I like Rebel Captive a little bit more.
Yeah.
Expertise is starting to at least flourish in our meta. I don't know about your local meta. And if you're not playing in your local meta, try playing Expertise. It's really fun.
It's very good, especially on ships that get multiple attacks around.
Yep. So,
like Quick Draw or Dengar.
A little bit about what's actually happened here. It looks like 2 is trying to preemptively arc dodge, Quick Draw, and Fen.
Or bump him.
Yep.
Should get in his way, but Quick Draw does this. Is that a sloop? Nope, just a 3 slight.
Yep.
Putting some pressure on
Back
one.
art is great. And might even get the dream.
Oh, yeah, the double tap. The double shot.
Yeah. And
2
it's
shots
number
of
1 that's only at 4 health.
Yep. Ooh, and he's got that range 3.
So he
could double shot here.
He could double shot, shoot forward, kill off the contracted scout above, and then switch his target lock on the second shot. Which is just always the dream with it.
So you just threaten with 3 dice. If you do a damage, great. If you don't, well, that sucks. But then you can also clean up with Kylo.
Yeah.
If that doesn't work out for you.
you probably just go for 3 dice and try to kill a scout. But if the scout were at 2 or 1, I'd probably fire forward just for the extra damage number 1,
Right.
and then fire backwards.
Right, because it's 2 dice if you don't shoot out the
right.
If you don't add the dice,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever it is, I don't remember the wording, but it's basically
Yeah.
He is just choosing not to get the double tap.
Yep.
That being said, if number 2 for some reason decides to shoot quick draw, then quick draw also gets the double tap.
Yep.
But I don't think that's the right thing to do here. Range
But at what point
3.
is it right to shoot quick draw?
When it's the only ship on the board, I think.
Okay.
Marksmanship. Right, because red pattern analyzer marksmanship.
Yep.
1 evade, and it's gone.
Pattern analyzer. It's kind of like advanced senses, but 1 point less and can do some interesting things with debris.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I landed on debris. That's fine. Boost off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Get a stress.
Yep. Well,
Silly.
assuming you land actually so your template doesn't pass over the debris.
Right. Yeah.
There's
But
rules.
on a big base, it's pretty. It's easier.
Yeah, it's easier. Check your local rulebook.
Yeah. They're all the same, or they should be. If they're not, then you gotta look some. Then you gotta.
Do you think that they reprint the rulebook with slightly different rules as the FAQs come out and they change wording on things?
No.
Okay.
Probably not. That would cost too much money. Redoing it, making them print different.
That's
But it's
fair.
all laserjet now, all inkjet. So.
Yep.
Oh, Kylo to 1, not dead yet. Man, this Kylo is just sticking to this board. He does not want to go home yet.
I mean, does this Kyle have a secret evade action that I'm not seeing?
No.
Okay.
I think it's that control element that Kylo brings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kylo gives the stress, so it makes it hard to stay on it.
Yep.
It has 1 agility dice, which is fine. It's secret defense being killing you.
Yes.
That's the secret evade action. It's just here, take 5.
It seems like in X-Wing the best defense is a good offense at the moment.
At the moment, yeah, that's unfortunately a lot of players are not digging that so much.
Yeah.
Which I kind of agree. I somewhat miss the arc dodgy days, but I also don't miss them because Jostle was a jerk, and that's all he flew. And I flew ships that got really easily arc dodged.
Well,
so.
instead of flying interceptors that do 2 hards and then boost barrel roll, we fly
Quick draw.
I was thinking Upsilon shuttle that does a 2 hard and then a boost. And
Yeah.
doesn't need the barrel roll.
Well, I mean, you could take
Expert
handling,
Pattern analyzer.
pattern analyzer, so you can 1 hard pattern analyzer, barrel roll, double stress.
And then relieve it with your inspiring root.
Next turn.
Yep.
Spicy, and then barrel roll again.
Or you
That's
can
why
stop barrel roll.
Stop barrel roll.
Yep.
Anyway,
It's as close as you get to reverse on one of these ships.
it is a little bit of a reverse. It's like it just adjusts. It's literally, you know what it is? It's a barrel roll back into the left. That's what it is.
Take that, barrel roll it back.
Take that, barrel. It's Kylo Ren and something goes smack. Whatever.
Yep.
I don't know music. Music is weird.
So they're measuring for in-arc range,
Yep.
which looks like it was 2.
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah.
But then if the scout gets the shot back.
Yep, FCS. 3 hits.
Ooh. No focus, so no stun to pilot this turn.
Nope, just a couple damage, which is...
Just, down to 3.
Yep.
And Quickjaw took the shots and he missed, so as long as he threatens 2 here, should be fine. Or just threatens 3.
Yep. So, step 1,
Kylo's
accomplished.
done.
Kylo's down.
Now, if you get a good turn off and are able to get your plasma, so this is what Kevin needs to do.
Yep.
He needs to plasma quick draw from like range 3,
Mm-hmm.
from downtown. Get that target lock, or get the
shields down all in one
shields
shot.
down all in one shot, and then try really hard not to die to quick draw.
Yep.
Ugh, quick draws. That's so fun. Like SFs were not very popular, but then once the Imperial Aces kind of like fell out of favor because of all the hate, like Fen and bombs and stuff, then you start getting these SFs that are just tanky. They just don't want to. Basically, they're tanky because they don't want to shoot at them because the quick draw will just shoot you back.
We want to know what else happened.
What's that?
Lightweight frame.
Lightweight frame came with the SFs.
What came with the striker?
Came with the SFs, which came before the striker.
So SFs are out for a little bit without the striker.
Right, but it came with the... Anyways.
Yeah.
They've always had the lightweight frame, I think. Did they? Maybe you're right.
Upsilon Shuttle was the last wave. Was the most recent ship that came out for Imperials. Before that was Striker, before that was SF. So that for a while, SFs were kind of like X-Wings, in that they were like
Right,
3 attack, 2
right,
health,
right,
and
right,
very
right,
similar
right.
dials. More like T-70 X-Wings,
Mhm,
given their
mhm.
greens. And then Lightweight Frame comes out, and they all suddenly become mostly
Mhm.
defenders.
Definitely.
And now they're a defender without the title for evades, and without that 4K, but they do have a lot more
You also have a back arc.
EPTs,
You don't need a 4K when you shoot backwards.
back arcs, systems, which is really good.
The title for the double tap.
Mm-hmm. And so system and tech.
Mm-hmm.
System
System
and
tech is a really good combo.
Yep.
Because you get the FCS. I mean, like silly things like FCS targeting synchronizer, stuff like that. Torpedo, here you go.
Yep.
Gets the focus, but then he gets shot back.
Well, it's
Ooh.
surviving at 1, so it's going to take as many points as it can. Maybe
Yeah.
get half points on this small ship.
Half points on small ships. That's a thing now?
It is in my mind.
Oh, yeah.
So I got half points.
Half points. Ooh, 22.
Yep.
So not, oh, he's still losing because he only has 16 points left.
Yeah.
Because of Scout. Or super cheap.
Also about to get shot by with quick draw.
Yeah.
Once again,
2
target
dice
lock.
on the back.
Also, quick draw's pretty good.
Quick draw is really good.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's just like you get to this point where, oh geez, range. Yeah, that's it.
Game.
Jeremy gets it 100 to 55. That was a brutal first couple of turns.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was saying, like quick draw creates this, really, this pressure, right? Like he does a lot of damage because he's got the 3 dice out the primary, but then he also creates this pressure of I really want to kill him, but I don't want to kill him because if I kill him, then he kills me. But if I don't kill him, he kills me. So he just kills you all the time.
So in my experience, most people try and play around the strategy by killing the wing person of quick draw.
Mm-hmm.
Putting it next to Kylo Ren, to me, I'd rather try and get behind the Epsilon shuttle with my list and ignore the Epsilon
And just not
kill
shoot.
quick
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Well then, yeah, that would be a pretty viable strategy against us.
Yeah.
But then the Kylo has engine, so it can turn around a lot faster than other ones. But
draw. Yeah,
either way,
Yeah, engine on a Epsilon or Lambda shuttle can kind of change the dynamic.
kind of makes me want to fly it really bad, Jeremy.
Yep.
Oh man.
And scouts got defeated.
So I mean, there's that first round losing the 30 points from dice. That's really hard to come back from.
Yep.
I think I agree with most of the decisions that Kevin made. There was a couple positioning that may or may not have made a difference. Some actions, like he dropped that first debris really, really early, and I think that was a little preemptive. But it did make quick draw take the really long route around. So
Yeah,
it did help.
It seemed like there was a plan of I'll drop one debris, I'll drop another debris, and try and make it so that these straights and slides don't really go anywhere.
Right. Thank you, Kevin and Jeremy, for that absolutely brutal game. And thank you guys at Outflank for hosting yet another amazing tournament.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like our video and subscribe it if you enjoyed it. Check out our Facebook, Twitter, and Patreon below. And don't forget,
Fly loose!